Eric, I hope you don't mind me asking, did you resent that na your dad had kids with other women? Siguro sa mana, ikaw pinakamalaki nakuha. Did he ever tell you ba't hindi siya nagpakasal? Or did you ever ask him? I don't know if you're familiar, no, na si Vice Ganda ngayon is under fire kasi yung recent concert that he made fun of some politicos. So, as the son of the comedy king, do you think Vice was just doing his job as a comedian or he went overboard?
Ang sa akin, if you take offense, na-offend ka, then sorry. It's either you accept it or you don't.
Sabi ko parang it's a sign that something's wrong with our society kasi we take jokes of comedians like Vice seriously, then we take comments of politicos like jokes, diba? Ay,
Parang sinasabi nga nila, wala nang difference ang comedy at saka ang politika.
Hello mga kadaldal! Our very special guest today is a good vibes provider, my very cool friend from way back, Eric QUIZON. Hi!
Hey, hi.
Welcome to Dollywood, PA.
Hello sa mga kadaldal.
Oh, thank you for having us. Tayo po ang first na nag-shoot dito sa Pidol's Banayad Bar. Thank you for having us for making us feel so at home.
Of course, ikaw pa.
Talagang masarap dito mag-live it up and go bottoms up.
Diba?
Nakakatuwa. You and your brothers, talaga you're keeping it alive. Yung kay Tito Dolphy, yung Banayad.
Well,
how did this come about? Nag-Scotland pa kayo, di ba? Where it's
No.
manufactured.
Actually, even before when my dad was still alive, we had that idea already na to do it.
Yung iconic commercial niya kasi.
Because of that iconic commercial.
Oo. Dad mo ata yun.
Ay, Dad, nagparamdam.
Nagpaparamdam. Oo.
Nag-umpisa yun doon. And then it became so viral na even yung parang Clio Awards na katumbas sa Pilipinas, yung awards for the Philippine advertising, binigyan nila ng honorary award yung daddy ko because of that commercial. Kasi sobrang nakakatawa nga siya.
Oo, iconic talaga yun. Yung lasang blade.
So from that time on, my dad had the idea na nga na make it come to life. Like, gawin siyang totoo. However, I spoke to local distilleries and local companies. Kaya lang, hindi namin tinuloy kasi my dad got sick. So, parang hindi naman yata tama na
may sakit.
may sakit siya. Hindi siya, meron siyang oxygen sa, so biglang minum kayo ng banayad. Parang hindi maganda.
False advertising.
Diba? So,
sayang, hindi na
so we didn't with the idea. And then, ito na nga, parang as the years passed on, parang sabi nga namin na, let's put it up. And then, ang nangyari talaga, iniisip na namin yan, then nag-pandemic. And then during the pandemic, meron na palang nagbebenta nito ng banayad, bootlegger. Hindi nagpaalam, ginagamit lahat ng text. Of course, it's all copyrighted.
Yeah,
Because
using the name of your dad in vain.
yeah, not just his name, but his face. Yung face na nasa bote din talaga. Kinausap ko sila, sabi ko, you know what, hindi ako masamang tao.
Ikaw pa, you have no mean bone in your body.
Don't poke me.
Yun lang, huwag kang lalasingin sa banayad.
Wag ako nga, basta kasi I wanted to do everything right. Gusto ko legal. So, kinausap ko sila, sabi ko, collaborate lang tayo. So, okay na, pinakilala ko kay Epi, kay Vandolph, kay Dos, pati doon sa mga ibang pamilya ko. Yung pamangking ko na nag-connect sa amin, si Rowell. Pero pagkatapos, ano nangyari, nung sinabi ko na, stop selling muna, hinto muna tayo kasi gawin natin itong legal, kailangan tayong gumawa ng kumpanya, whatever. Nagtago na.
Panawagan natin.
Naka-NBI naman sila. Pero right now,
pa-flash natin yung mukha.
right now, nagsabi na sila sa website nila na discontinuing.
Dapat lang. So, dapat ang sundan nyo lang yung official page ng Banayad, which is Pidol's Banayad on Instagram
and Facebook.
Tell us about your trip to Scotland with your brothers. Yun nga, yung pinuntahan nyo kung saan ginagawa talaga itong Banayad.
Hindi, kasi the reason why we went to Scotland, kasi meron kaming Scottish na partner, yung Scottish partner namin, si Craig. Nagpagawa kami ng concoction kasi una, wala kaming distillery sa Scotland. But of course...
Bumili ka, kaya mo yun.
No. That is actually a good idea because if kung magkakaroon kami ng ganon in Scotland, but it's like a foresight or a dream. Kasi pagka nagkaroon ka ng ganon, mas mumura yung
Banayad.
Mas mumura siya.
Nakakatuwa yung picture nyo, nagsuot pa kayo ng costume, di ba yung naka-kilts?
So anyway, nag-taste test kami. So napili namin yung blend. So basically, yung Banayad kasi, it's a blend.
Natin dito yung
Okay, so this one is a 3-year-old.
Ayan talaga.
So we have like 3 distilleries na pinili namin para maging blend siya. So ito yung lasa nun.
Okay.
3 distilleries yan. That's why it's called a blend. This one is also a blend, but it's a 12-year-old blend. Ganun din siya, 3 distilleries din. So yan yung mga pinili namin na dyan kami nasarapan.
Sinong pinakamalakas uminom sa inyong magkakapatid?
Lahat manginginom, pero sa palagay
Season
ko,
three. Para palang pamilya namin.
pagka uminom, dire-diretso eh.
Oo.
Di ba? Pero, kamukha ni Vando, pag uminom yan, dire-diretso.
Oo.
Pero pag ayaw niyang uminom, hindi inom.
Oo. All or nothing.
Oo.
How about your dad? Was he a drinker?
He was, but syempre nung panahon nila, sila Ron. Yung time kasi na yon, mga nagpo-poker yan eh. Walang ginawa yan mga yan, kundi yosi at saka inom. Hanggang umaga yan. They drink, but they drink slowly. Tsaka my dad talaga was, alam kong iniinom niya talaga cognac.
So, ambition niya, girls, hindi inom. Ito, Dolphy.
Well, I guess, siguro lahat naman, all men, especially that generation, they
Yes.
all drink, they all smoke, di
And
ba?
really had women.
And women. Iba yung generation na yun.
Oo, iba yun.
Oo. I think they had all the vices, but of course, nung time na kailangan mag-stop, nag-stop naman. Nag-mellow down naman, including smoking. Well, of course, my dad died of COPD, and that was because of smoking.
Among all the girls in your dad's life, who are you closest to? Kay Alma, kay Shasha, kanino ka pinaka-close?
I'm close to all of them kasi there was a period talaga na si Ness, katrabaho ko si Ness eh. We were doing Loveliness before.
Yeah, ang tangga.
Oo, di ba? So, matagal kaming nagkasama ni Ness, magkatrabaho. So, we became very close. But of course,
So,
si
hindi
Shasha...
coterminus yung friendship mo with Ness? With
No,
her relationship?
maski ngayon, pagka nagkikita kami,
No.
parang walang nagbago.
And with Shasha?
With Shasha kasi, kami ni Shasha talaga, nagtatawagan kasi kami parati. Especially during the time na when my dad was already sick. That was the time we got really close. Kasi, kumbaga parang kami nang namamahala dun sa affairs ng daddy ko eh. Because, of course, Shasha was the partner at the time. And then, my dad appointed me nga to be the parang administrator.
Parang ikaw ang favorite son niya. No? Parang
No,
ikaw ang...
administrator lang, hindi
Oo.
necessarily favorite.
Kasi ilan ba kayo officially?
18.
18. Yan ang official count na mga anak
Yes.
dito, Dolphy. Correct me if I'm wrong, he never got married.
He never got
Did
married.
he ever tell you ba't hindi siya nagpakasal? Or did you ever ask him?
I never asked him about it. Although I know that there was a time na dapat magpapakasal sila ni Tita Pilar.
Tita Pilar is the mom of...
No one.
Ano
Wala.
man? Pilar?
Pilapil.
Oh.
Tita Pilar.
Naudlot.
Naudlot kasi
Baka marami kumontra
ayaw
sa
ng,
dami.
ayaw ng parents ni Tita Pilar. kasi-
Ayaw. Oh, pala silang anak. When you were young, Eric, I hope you don't mind my asking, did you resent that na you had your dad had kids with other women? When
It's
hindi mo pa
not, it's
maintindihan?
not that I resented it. Yung pagkakaroon ng mga kapatid, hindi ko ni-resent yun. Kasi I grew up, habang lumalaki ako, nakikita ko, ay kapatid ko siya, kapatid ko siya.
Siya kapag QUIZON, alam mo eh. Isa talaga ang...
So parang I grew up knowing na may mga iba akong kapatid. That I did not resent. Because at that time, my mom and my dad were together. He goes home, nakikita ko siya, nandun na sa bahay siya, dun siya, yung mga damit niya, nandun, lahat ng Amerikana niya, awards niya, nasa bahay namin. I resented my dad when they broke up. When my mom and my dad broke
kid
up.
naman.
I felt na parang, just like that, parang he can change. Or parang nagpalit ng damit.
Oo.
Parang
Pero how did you deal with that na yung na-resolve niyo ng dad mo? How old were you that time? Naghiwalay sila ng
I was
mama.
15.
Parang rebellious stage yan as a teenager.
But my dad was always there for us.
Yun ang maganda kay Tito Dolphy. Wala
Kumbaga
siya pinabayaan.
Oo, kasi nung mga time, syempre, sumakit ang loob ko dahil mami ko yun di ba?
Oo.
So nakikita ko yung hinagpis ng nanay ko. Nakita ko yun, pinagdaanan ko yun. And the way my mom reared us kasi, para kami magkakaibigan eh. Kasi my mom is young. When she gave birth to me, she was 20.
Parang ako. Parang you grew up together.
Si Ronnie, when she was 18 or 19.
So, sino ang kapatid mo sa mama? You?
Ronnie.
Ronnie QUIZON.
Ako, and then my sister Donna, and then Epi. Si Epi ang bunso namin. So I resented that. But madaling nawala yun kasi nga, he was always there. At saka maganda kasi sa daddy ko, yan siya yung tipo bang parang, pag kailangan mo siya, tinawagan mo siya, he will drop everything, pupunta ka niya.
Ulirang ama talaga.
Oo.
Kasi
May
mga
ganun
iba, nagpaparami ng anak, pero napaka-irresponsable. Diba?
Or nagbibigay
Parang
ng pera.
absentee father.
Whatever. Ito, he was a good provider, and then at the same time, he was there as a father to all of us.
Yun ang nakakabilib. Yun ang
Oo.
dapat talagang gayahin. Kasi iba, akala nila, anak lang na nagkaanak.
Yun ang nakikita ng tao, he's a womanizer, pero kumbaga hindi
You
naman
love them all of you.
hindi naman nila nakikita yung totoong character ng tao. But my dad he's an open book. I mean, he never hid anything. Of course, mga babae lang ang tinago on the side.
Sino ang mga tinago na hindi natin alam? Naku, baka multo na ito doon.
wag na. Wala na rin yung mga
Ano
iba.
ba, alphabetical order ba? O chronological order?
Parang ang hirap.
Kulang ang alphabet.
Kulang ang alphabet.
Napunta naman tayo sa national artist recognition kasi long overdue. Even Miss Leia Salonga said na
I know, that's
bago
why-
daw siya i-name na national artist, dapat si Tito Dolphy muna. What are your sentiments about
You know what?
this?
Hats off to Leia because we all know that Leia is a living legacy. She's a living legend. And for her to say that means a lot. Because the only one who was really recognized internationally as an artist or as an actor, as a singer, is Leia. Siya lang naman talaga. And Tony awardee, Laurence Olivier, doing Broadway all the time. Name it. She was able to do it internationally. And if there's anyone more deserving of a national artist, it's really her. And for her to say that, bago niyo ako bigyan ng award, thank you, para bago niyo ako bigyan ng award, bigyan niyo muna si Dolphy. So, lahat kami, yung family namin talagang parang...
lalo.
Oo, lahat kami talagang parang wow, for her to say that. I mean, it means a lot to our family. Thank you, Leia.
And talagang, I'm sure wala namang kukontra dyan. Talagang more than deserving si Tito Dolphy ng
Kasi ang,
national artist.
during the past,
recognition.
ang sinasabi nila kasi, ang mga contention was one, he was a womanizer. Yan ang isa sa
Kahit
mga
kay Ate
contention.
Guy, di ba, naging ano yan, yung lifestyle. But that has nothing to do with the body of work,
Exactly.
di ba?
And
Tsaka
then,
parang it comes with the territory. If you're an artist, di ba, medyo kuku ka, or medyo you live
all the best
unusual,
artists are all cuckoos.
Yes.
Or like Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso has like so many wives.
But doesn't take anything away from his masterpieces.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when they were talking about his body of work, ang sinasabi nila, wala daw laman, slapstick lang daw. But when you look at all my dad's movies, they all talk about family.
There's a message.
There's always a message. It's just
Yep.
iniikot-ikot yung comedy, pero ang tinutumbok niya,
John and Marcia.
John and Marcia,
Oo.
di ba?
Iconic, that's classic.
That's an
Very
iconic
family.
puruntong
Sitcom.
family.
Nakaramihan ng mga sitcom, parang yan ang ano talaga eh. Parang yan ang
Home Along the Realist, it
cases,
was
yes.
all about family also. Ako ang sa akin, may mas importante pa ba? Sabihin na natin slapstick, yung body of work, or puro walang sense na mga comedy. Na
When made
ganun
people
nga.
laugh, di ba?
Exactly. That is my point.
When we needed it most.
Ang mga Pinoy, pinatawan niya. In that brief moment na pinanood nila yung daddy ko, ang daddy ko napatawa sila. Kumbaga somehow nawala yung nakakalimutan nila yung paghihirap nila, yung pinagdadaanan nila.
Mga problema sa gobyerno.
Yung mga problema nila nawawala. So, ako sa akin, may mas lalamang pa ba doon na napasaya niya ang mga Pilipino?
Speaking of comedy, I don't know if you're familiar, no, na si Vice Ganda ngayon is under fire kasi yung recent concert that he made fun of some politicos. Hindi ko na babanggitin kung sino. But your dad, he was in a class of his own. He never made fun of others, diba? So, as the son of the comedy king, do you think Vice was just doing his job as a comedian or he went overboard?
No, it's his brand of comedy. Ang nangyayari kasi ngayon sa atin, pag pumunta ka sa mga political rallies, kung paano tirahe ng isang politiko yung kalaban niyang politiko, as in grabe.
Personalan na.
Ang sa akin, that's his brand of comedy. If you take offense, na-offend ka, then sorry, di ba? But that's his comedy. But I don't think, ako sa akin it's either you accept it or you don't. So the bashing really comes from sa mga tao. Nasa sa kanila yun eh. Kasi may mga iba naman, okay lang sa kanila.
Iba-iba talaga ang sensibilities.
Iba-iba eh. It's just so happen na with social media,
na-magnify
lahat eh.
Sabi ko parang it's a sign that something's wrong with our society kasi we take jokes of comedians like by seriously, then we take comments of politicos like jokes, diba? That's a sad
It's a sad truth.
Oo.
Yeah.
Ay,
Parang sinasabi nga nila, wala nang difference ang ang comedy at saka ang politika.
Oo, naku, daming komedyante, no? Mga, alam mo na. Ang favorite memory ko with your dad is isang party, he approached me kasi alam niya na Pandolph was a love child with my friend Gia. Kasi noon, magulo pa, hindi pa okay sa ni Pandolph. Tapos your dad, talagang, like you said kanina na ulirang ama, he was so concerned, kamusta na, pinuntahan na ba ni Pandolph yung anak niya sa friend mo? So, yun ang kausap kami. Pero of course, ngayon, Pandolph and Gabby.
Saka mga bata pa sila noon.
Yung inaanak ko, it was already 24, yung love child niya kay Gia. Okay na okay sila. In fact, Pandolph was there nung graduation. You met Gabby already?
Of course. Na-meet ko na si Gabby. Although I don't see her often, pero na-meet ko na siya.
Nakakatawa talaga dad mo. Ganun siya ka-concerned, doon ko na-feel. Nagulat ako talagang, niya ako, ang dami, ito sa showbiz event. Tapos talagang nabasa niya kasi sa column ko na, yun nga si Pandolph, did go nung no-show nung baptism. Pero syempre, ano na yun, ages ago, okay na sila ngayon.
Back then, mas complicated pa eh. Now, everything is, kumbaga, na-accept na, may acceptance na sa sitwasyon, sa nangyari. At saka, anak ni Pandolph yan.
So, QUIZON din yung itsure. What's something about the QUIZON's misconception na gusto mo i-correct?
Misconception?
Babaero.
Well, before kasi, parang gano'n.
Oo.
No, growing up, ang misconception is parating huwag kayong sasama dyan sa mga yan. Huwag kayong makipagkaibigan sa mga yan.
May ganon?
Kasi we're from a broken family, so...
Judgmental pa yung mga tao noon.
Pero
Ngayon, wala na
ngayon,
yun.
now
Blended
no more. I
family.
mean, and not just that. I mean, na-prove ko din siya na nasa sa tao yun eh. Kasi yung mga kaibigan ko naman na mga parents nagsabi nun, sinasabi naman nila, nung na-meet na nila ako and all, na-meet na yung family namin, wala na silang masabi. Kumbaga parang, okay palang pamilya
talaga.
to. It's really a misconception kasi I think it is more of being part of the industry, showbiz industry. Especially during the time, 60s, 70s. So, nung mga 80s, medyo nagbabago na eh. Pero yung mga 60s and 70s, parang panoorin lang natin yan pero wag natin tutularan yan. Kasi parati may mga napapart na mga gang, na involved sa mga krimen or whatever. May mga ganun kasi.
How hard was it for you to step out of your dad's shadow? In that sense, medyo we're in the same boat kasi my mom also is a pillar in the industry. So, I know how it feels.
It was like that nga because nung nag-artista ako, it's my dad. Ako kasi ayoko talaga nung una. So when they needed the replacement for Richard dun sa pelikula na gagawin, tinanong nila, sino bang ano dyan? Sino
sa dad mo nag-volunteer sa'yo?
Hindi, yung mga tao sa RVQ. Ba't sino lang itong anak nyo?
Ilan taon ka nun?
I was 19. Ito lang anak because I was modeling that time. So laman ako ng TV, mga commercial. Pag binuksan mo ang dyaryo, puro ako yung nandoon, nakapost. Tapos, I was doing ramp also. So, baga parang, I was a very popular model at that time. So, nung time na yon, and I was not just doing commercial TV ads, I was doing editorial, I was doing runway, I was doing, ang dami, maski na hindi ako masyado matangkad, I was doing runway.
Ang mukha naman.
Ang ginagawa ko na lang, dahil maliit ako, inuunahan ko sila para magmukha ako matangkad. No. Pero parang ganun siya eh. So, I took over. And then, nung time na yun, napansin ko nga na parang, and I was in med school. So, sabi ko, I'll do this, pero sabi ko, sa sandali lang. But I've grown to love what I was doing. And sinabi ko nga, and then even Mother Lily, when I was 16, nakita ko nang namatay yung lola ko, kinukuha ako ni Mother Lily para mag-artista. Ayaw ng daddy ko.
Bakit?
Anong time na yun, ayoko din.
Siya.
No, very protective siya. Parang gusto niya, parang sa akin.
Ikaw talaga favorite eh.
Hindi.
Ayaw mo lang aminin.
hindi ako favorite.
Siguro sa mana, ikaw pinakamalaki nakuha.
Ay, sana.
Hindi ko pinag-awayan yun, yung pinagmana niyo sa daddy niyo.
Kasi what happened was, nangyari doon sa mga mana-mana. When we were
wala kang balato dyan.
when we were trying to fix it kasi, sabi ko, Dad, kung sinong gusto mo, kasi nga nangingialam na ako doon sa affairs. Pero it's still his decision. Kumbaga parang nagsasuggest lang ako. Dad, bigay mo na kung kanino mo gusto bigay, yung gusto mong bigyan. Kunwari ito, gusto mong bigay sa ano, gawin mo na ngayon. Sabi ko. And then, so that's what we were doing. Yung mga iba, binigay sa iba, parang ganyan. And then, of course, yung lahat ng remaining, of course, hati-hati lahat.
So until his last breath, talagang ulirang ama si Tito Dolphy. Kasi yung mga iba nga, di ba, kahit hindi siya kasal, he didn't marry any of the mother. Talagang yung duties niya as a father, hanggang namatay siya.
Hanggang sa namatay siya. Ako Hindi mo hanggang ngayon nga, di ba? Yung sinabi ko nga kay Audrey before, na even up to now, my dad is still providing for us.
Grabe, no?
I mean, like, all this, like, sales from properties. This one, we're using his face. Sabi ko nga, baka
He's your dad in spirit, in banayad spirit. Diba?
So, nandiyan pa rin siya. And that's why we want to, i-ano din yung legacy niya, na hindi siya makalimutan ng tao.
No, kung hindi naman talaga, as in, talaga, nakatatak na yan sa puso ng bawat Pinoy. Is there anything you want to tell your dad na hindi mo nasabi? Na parang regret mo, na dapat nasabi ko to kay daddy nung buhay pa siya?
Nasabi ko halos lahat eh. Kasi during the time na nung mahina na siya, we would always talk. We would have a lot of heart-to-heart
sa hospital.
Sa hospital, sa bahay niya. Because it came to a point din na nasa bahay lang siya. Hindi na siya din nakakalabas. And that's one thing with my dad. I mean, we, like Sundays. Pagka Sunday yan, nagdi-dinner kami or lunch, we talk. Lalo na itong mga ngayon. Na siguro if ever lang, ang gusto ko lang sabihin sa kanya, thank you. Thank you for being my dad. Yun lang. Yun lang yung masasabi ko.
What's one thing that he told you na you can share with us? Yung mga talks yun during his last years na talagang tumatak sa mind and sa puso mo.
Basta, Eric, ayoko mag-aaway kayo magkakapatid. Kumbaga parang yun yung naging parang tumatak sa isip ko at naging goal ko yun na I will make sure na hindi kami mag-aaway. I'll make sure that I'll talk to everyone. Somehow naman, I think nasabi din niya yun sa mga ibang kapatid ko. Kaya alam nila talaga na yung daddy ko na parang yun yung iniwan. Ayoko mag-aaway-aaway kayo.
At syempre ngayon with Banayad, you'll bond over Banayad and drink to the memory and legacy of your dad. Katuwa lang, Eric. I don't
Okay.
know kung magbibigyan mo ako. Pwede mo i-reenact even parts of your dad's commercial. Hindi mo kaya. There can only be one Tita Dolphy.
There can only be one Dolphy. Huwag na. Kailangan ko mag-practice.
Invite them. Where can they purchase?
No. Right now.
And
kasi
here, your bar.
Yeah. Well, of course, I cannot still invite them because we're not fully
But
open
soon.
yet. Soon, this Panay bar, it's actually a whiskey bar, parang taste test bar. It's a place where people converge and meet and drink Banayad whiskey. So all our drinks are whiskey-based. That's why even our cocktails, they're all just whiskey-based.
I have a suggestion. Pag operational na to, dapat yung concoction nyo ng cocktails named after your dad's films.
Yes,
diba?
we're either
his
that
characters.
or the women in his life.
Nako! Yun na. Baka may mag-protest.
Nandun
Kung
kami.
ano mas mabenta.
However, so right now, this is available here. You can also go online on Instagram and our Facebook. May mga numbers naman. Pidol's Banayad Whiskey. And then, soon will be available in the stores kasi meron na kaming FDA approval.
And to that, we shall drink.
So, ito si Jess, ang aming
Hello.
bartender.
Oh.
So, okay, what is this?
For this one, sir, Sarabroy cocktail, I use 2 years old Pinoy banana.
3 years old.
And then I just add sweet vermouth and the shop story.
Okay, and then this
And then
one.
for this one, elevated cheese sour. I
Yan.
use,
Ito favorite ko eh.
Oh.
You should try this.
Banana whiskey, and then nag-add lang tayo ng raspberry syrup, lemon juice, and sugar syrup.
So sabi mo, dapat i-name after the women of your
Yes.
dad. So yan si Shasha, ito si Ness. Cheers!
Parang ganon.
Cheers, my friend. Cheers, Tito
Cheers,
Dolphy.
Dad.
We love you. Okay, here's our game, my friend. Chill or spill? Kung mag-chill ka, you have to drink. Kung
Okay.
hindi ka mag-spill ng
Pag nag-spill ka,
answer,
so hindi ka
okay.
iinom.
Sino sa mga kapatid mo ang pinakapasaway growing up?
Growing up, si Epi.
Ah,
Sobrang kulit.
oo. Hanggang ngayon,
Sobrang kulit kaya to the point ganun na, ano bang nahulog yan sa terrace? Buti na lang may swimming pool kami. Nahulog siya sa pool.
bago kayong ulo.
Tapos nakomang yan,
Oo.
nasugatan. Pag nangangabayo, nahulog sa kabayo.
Ano sabi ng dad mo nun?
Basta, wala. Ano lang talaga siya. Sa sobrang kakulitan niya, he always gets into these little accidents.
Eto, nakipag-date ka ba sa isang artista na hindi nalaman ng publiko? Ay, inom na lang daw siya. What was the most stupid thing you did when you got drunk?
Kumain ako ng lupa.
Ha? Saan lupa?
So, we were in Baguio.
Oo.
Kasi mahilig kami magpunta ng Baguio yung family. So, nalasing ako. Ginanon ko yung lupa. Basta,
Ilang taon ka dyan?
I was 16 yata. So, I think it was the first time
Nawala yung
I
tama
drank.
mo.
Hindi, nagising ako. Sabi ko, ano to? Ba't may ba't kulay brown yung...
Eto, may artista bang hindi mo na gustong makatrabaho ulit?
Meron, pero hindi ko
Ayan
sasabihin.
na. Dayan, pwede mo nagayahin dad mo sa commercial. Lasang blade. Ano sabi niya?
Hindi, masarap eh.
Ano
Hindi
ito?
lasang
Eto, last. Nagamit mo ba ang QUIZON name para makalusot sa isang sitwasyon?
I never used my name, but what I would do is like, hi, kamusta po? Sorry po, nagkamali ako.
Hindi na kailangan kilala ka.
So, parang, then sasabihin lang, next time, di mo na gagawin yan. Sorry po. But kung bibigyan ako ng ticket or whatever, however, sometimes, I try to do it. Which is dapat hindi. Pero kung bibigyan ako ng ticket, I will get the ticket. But I always apologize sa atin. Sorry po. Siyempre, paawa face.
Artista, never fails.
Yeah.
Sige, let's go bottoms up.
Ha? Bottoms up talaga?
And live it up here ng Pidol's Banayad. Thank
Sige
you.
nga, bottoms up.
Thank you po, Kadaldal. If you have not yet subscribed, parang lasing na ako. Be one of my Kadaldal, subscribe na kayo. Pampag-good mood, mag-Dollywood. Thank you. Till next time. Ciao. Cheers.
Cheers.